sitting on my front porch doing a little Christmas season musing. This is our new house here in North Carolina, where we've just moved from many years in Texas. And those of you who know me know that my life just stays pretty crazy with travel and speaking and all kinds of amazing, to me, things that take me away from home a lot. So this season of being home actually for a couple of weeks and having time to sit on this porch, it's pretty nice. Gosh, a lot of things I wanted to share today. First of all, I wanted to thank all of you who communicated during the days, weeks that we had our annual Advent calendar. And if you don't know about this, we do this now. I don't know how many years we've done it, quite a few now, where we send out a small, not terribly long, hopefully lovely post on arts, tradition, history, culture, different aspects of the Advent season. And it's turned out to be kind of a two-way thing. I hear from a lot of you. You write me personal stories, things that you remember from your childhood, suggestions, sometimes corrections, which is always good to hear too. Ideas that maybe the post made you remember something, requests that we talk about a certain thing next year. It's become, as I say, really a two-way program, and I love that part about it. So thanks to all of you. And I hope everybody's having a peaceful and a blessed season. It's a season, and that was something that came to me only in, I won't say recent years, but not that many years ago, as I became more aware of the liturgical calendar. I knew about it as a music historian. Of course, I taught courses and spoke about it as a topic and why the oratorio developed during the Lenten season. I knew it that way, but I hadn't actually lived according to the liturgical calendar as much as we do today. And one of the great releases about it, and really this is a great release for me personally, was the recognition that Christmas begins really with the Christmas Eve services on the 24th. And then goes for 12 full days thereafter. And that was like, bing, the light goes on. You mean I'm not late if by December 23rd I haven't done everything that I used to think had to be forced into those weeks before Christmas? I think that's very common. I mean, our culture certainly enforces that. Go today, which happens to be the 26th, and find a store that still has the Christmas trees up. I mean, you might. You certainly would if you were in Europe, but you won't necessarily here in the U.S. It's all gone. You never know it happened. Find some green and red, well, maybe in the discount bin. And already, of course, there's Valentine's in all the bins that used to have Christmas decoration. I know that's how our commercial calendar works, but it's not how I want my life calendar to work. So just thinking about this 12 days of Christmas, that's something we've been talking a lot about more and more each year, particularly this year, having just moved into this house, still unpacking, still trying to get things connected, get our addresses changed, all of that. I was tickled pink to find out that our new parish is having a caroling evening on January 2nd, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all come out, join with us, all right? Now, you know, people will think we're out of our minds if we're out there caroling on January 2nd. And yet that is still within the 12 days of Christmas. We're not yet to even Epiphany. So we have days that we are still very much in the Christmas season. And why shouldn't we go caroling? Why shouldn't we sing all of those wonderful songs that make all of us, you know, pretty doggone happy to hear and to play and to sing? I know that I used to think it was the saddest thing when the radio stations stopped. You know, Christmas Eve came midnight and it's gone. All of those songs were gone. I hear it's a little better now in some stations, to the few people who still listen to the radio. Some stations go a little bit longer with this. But when I grew up, it was bing, it's over. That confused me. And I was right to be confused. Christmas begins on the 25th. It begins with the Christmas Eve service, with the lighting of the Christ candle in the center of the Advent wreath, if you do that tradition, with the placing of the baby in the manger in the church creche, if you have that tradition, with the declaration of Christmas at a service or in around your own dining table or the Christmas tree, however you do it. And you have the 12 days of Christmas to celebrate. So if you're watching this during that period of time, I want to wish you an ongoing, wonderful 12 days of Christmas, and hope that the sense that you have the space and time to celebrate, to communicate with friends and families, to bake cookies, to decorate even, to expand the part of your life that you don't get to spend much time with, that connecting to neighbors and visiting people in hospitals or in social service situations where your help is needed every day, not just on the 2 days or 3 days or week leading up to the 25th of December. It's just a time for expansion. And that's something, as I say, it's very dear to our family right now, and I'm exploring that as much as I can. And so I will say to you, Merry Christmas, and may this Christmas season be merry and bright.